phenomenal. If you don't know Tony the Tiger Lopez, you should.
Yes, you
IBF super featherweight champion and WBA lightweight champion. Tony, how are you, sir?
I'm doing good. Hey, but that I don't want to say that, but that's 2-time IBF junior lightweight champion.
My bad. I got it right here, and
you
Well,
still
right. And we'll add future mayor of Sacramento.
Oh,
I'm still thinking about it. You know,
Yeah.
but I'm in California, so because people in California is a little bit different. But so it doesn't. I'm a little bit. How do you say this? Straight up and forward.
Yep.
And I don't think, and sometimes I don't think people are ready for that.
But we need it. We are so in need of it.
I know we do, but sometimes I don't think people are ready for it. Or they're scared of it or something. I don't know. But I'm seriously thinking about doing it again. I really am.
I hope you do.
yeah. I'd love to see that.
It needs a change around here. It's a mess.
It's a mess. We need some good leadership.
Yep.
I agree.
We need to try and help more people. We need to take care of people.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah. So we know you're a bail bondsman.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
talk about that career.
Yeah,
Let's
I
talk
wanna know
about them gloves.
this.
Okay.
Where did you start? When was the first time you picked up some gloves or you went into a gym and started your career?
Age 10.
10.
When I was 10 years old.
Wow. Okay.
That's not how it started. It started in kindergarten because I was playing house and a guy laughed at me because I got in trouble and he made me sit down because there was a girl named Deneen in my class, right? And I liked her. And this is no lie. I'm 58 years old. And I remember like it was yesterday. And we're in kindergarten. We had, little box houses that you play house in, that you can walk in. And he wanted to be the dad because she was the mom. Well, I wanted to be the dad. So he told me no, and he asked first. So I think I pushed him or punched him or did something. So I had to sit down. He started laughing at me because I had to go sit down at my desk, and he was going to be the daddy. So I got him beat his butt, and then I went to the principal's office, and this is seriously in kindergarten, and that's how it started. I just figured it grew from there, and then as I got older at 10.
How much was the bail from the principal's office?
But and so at 10 years old, I actually started going to the gym because I was in the street getting into a fight. My brother was going to the gym. His trainer said, "Stop, there's your brother." And he goes, "Oh no, this happened at 8 years old." And then he said, but he came back and asked my dad if he could take him to the gym. My dad says, "No, he got to wait till he's 10." So 2 years later, again, I'm in the street. I'm tossing up with somebody. He stops, pulls over. He says, "Ain't your brother?" He's taking my brother to the gym again, the trainer. And he goes, "Isn't your brother 10 years old now?" He goes, "Yeah." He pulls over. He says, "Hey, you want to fight?" I go, "Yeah." I thought he wanted to watch, right? He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "Get in the car." I go, "Huh?" He goes, "Get in the car." All right, jump in the car. He had a little Volkswagen BW. Went down to the Capitol Boxing Gym on Stockton Boulevard. Never stopped going. That was it.
What a great story.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
That's a real story. That's serious.
Yeah.
And I started
that guy put you in the place that you belonged.
Yep.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Changed your life.
As a matter of fact, I did retire for about a year and a half, or maybe a little less than a year, something like that. I was 17. I've been fighting since 10, and I just needed a break, I guess. So I took a little break. I got chubby, so I thought I'm gonna go to the gym, lose some weight. Went to the gym. Next thing, I was at the Western Neighborhood Center in Sacramento, so I started training with Loretto Garza and some of the guys in the gym. They were getting ready for fights, and they needed sparring, so I'd spar with them. And then I thought, man, shoot, if I'm going to get hit, I might as well get paid. So start fighting again. And then so I told the trainer there to give me some amateur fights. And then my trainer came back and we started fighting. We had 5 signed amateur fights. None of them ever happened. I think 4 happened. One, but they kept falling out, and then one would happen, they fall out, another one happened. I think I had like 5 amateur fights, had 5 more wins, and then I thought, well, shoot, if I'm gonna get hit, I'm gonna get paid. So I was 20 years old, and I went to the athletic commission, signed myself up, and next thing you know, my pro license came out. Said I'm done with the amateurs, I'm pro. And then that's when I went home and told my parents. And,
oh boy,
I know, right? But my dad did it. My brother was doing it.
Well,
My
yeah.
brother Sal Lopez, so he was fighting before I was. So and then when I came home, I was like, well, they were like, Tony, you didn't. I was like, yeah, I did. I did it again. I felt like Britney Spears. Oops, I did it again. You know, and so they weren't very happy about it. And then my dad just says, you know, because I was actually really a mess up. You know, I was always messing up. I was always in trouble. I grew up in South Sacramento. I was that kid, and then you know, I was always doing something. So they didn't think I'd take it serious. So finally, my dad said, "Well, he did it. Let's give him some fights, and you know, see what happens." And then, you know, they're every hour telling me, "Man, you get your butt whipped." You know, they're not playing; they're making money. So am I. Shit. You know, the whole thing with this is, you know, I would goof off all the time, but in the gym, and in 3 minutes, I work hard. I for title fights. In between rounds, I'm talking to the people that are watching me train. I'm goofing off. I'm laughing. I'm having fun. The bell rings. I get busy. You know, but I've always done it. You know, and people always think I'm goofing off or not serious as I should be. So I turned pro, and the first I don't remember when I lost my first fight. I think it was either 20 something or no before I lost my first fight by disqualification because I dropped the guy and then I hit him when he was on the ground. He looked like he was getting up. He really did. So I hit him.
It happens.
Hey, stay on the ground. If you get hit, stay there, fool. And then, so that was when I lost my first fight. And then next thing you know it, I started fighting bigger fights, bigger opponents. Next thing you know, title fights started happening. And the title fights had 15 of those and won 12. So 12 out of 15 ain't bad. I did all right.
Yeah.
You know?
That's a great percentage. Jesus.
Yeah.
Now,
You know?
let's talk about fight of the year against Rocky Lockridge. I mean, that's just a straight up. That was back in 19. Sorry, I got to adjust my glasses. 1988.
Why you make it sound like it's so long ago, dude?
I know.
And I didn't realize I was making it sound that long
Like
ago.
a bone or something, bro. I mean, you know.
Hey, my
didn't
daughters
have to
say
throw
I'm
the
like
date in there.
112 years old, so I get it. But 1998, The Ring,
88.
fight of the year, 1988.
You still go back to that date, man.
What
How
do you
about the
wanna know
fight of the year? Let's hear about the fight
Okay,
of the
fight
year.
of the year. Let's talk about it. Rocky Lockridge.
You know, I'm kidding.
You got us.
Okay, so watch, man. Rocky Lockridge was the big guy back in the day. He really was. Out of all three champions, he was the toughest. So I always thought to myself, why not fight the toughest? Because if you can beat him, you can beat the rest. So I had no problem taking the fight. They kept telling me for a year. Don Chargan, who was a promoter in Sacramento at the time, kept saying, "Oh yeah, next fight, title fight. Next fight, title fight." Said that for 2 years, and then all of a sudden he goes, "Next fight is a title fight. Well, you got a title fight coming." So I said, okay. So me, I'm not believing it until I see it. So when I signed the contract, it's real. So next thing you know it, we're signing contracts and, you know, and it's on and cracking. So, but you know, like anybody else, I watch fights. I didn't watch fights. I don't watch fights to watch my opponent. I watch fights. I like to watch fights, you know? So I know how he was. I've seen him fight a few times. Go ahead. What do you got?
No, I'm agreeing.
Oh, okay. And so, you
No,
know,
that's just we're starting to hear that more and more with the elite athletes that they're watching themselves to see how to make themselves better. So I'm glad you're bringing that up.
yeah, you know, I don't need to watch him because watch every, uh, like, Mike Tyson, you know, this is my perspective and only my perspective because Mike Tyson, I mean, don't hit me, Mike. But Mike Tyson's a bad dude and I'm not taking nothing from him at all. So what I'm saying is, you know, but in reality, when you watch a ton of Mike Tyson fights and Mike Tyson in this corner looking like the bulldog he is, and his opponent's looking like, oh crap, I'm gonna get killed, and they all look like that. You know, guess what? The fight's already won. Mike Tyson already won the fight before the first bell rang. He won the fight. Yeah, it's a mental game, dude. And so you know what? For me, hey man, ain't nobody kicking my butt. You know, nobody. I'm not. If someone's gonna kick my butt, it's gonna be me. Because watch this. I'm not saying I'm the best fighter. I never said that, and I'm not. But what I tell you, what I do have is the will to win. You know, I will stay there for the whole fight. If you get tired, shame on you because you're getting your butt whooped at that point in time. Until you get, because I'm not going to get tired. Even if I am tired, I'm going to keep coming. That's just me. I don't care how big you are, how small you are, how tall, fat, skinny. It doesn't matter to me. The matter to me is I'm going to win. And that's what I put in my head. At all costs, I'm going to win. At any cost, I'm going to win. I'm going to win. I'm that guy, you know. And so, and I've always done that. So, like even getting hit in the 8th round with Lockridge, you know, I was like Tweety Bird, you know. I was going back and the whole place was spinning, you know. And when I got back up before I knew I was up. You know, I'm stumbling backwards and I'm going, shit, I'm up, you know, in my head, for real. And I'm going, okay. I'm going, I don't think he knows I'm hurt, but I was hurt. I'm thinking he doesn't, because his reaction wasn't to come at me, you know. He was just taking his time. So I'm thinking he didn't know I was hurt. So I go, I better start jabbing or else he's going to start punching himself. So I started jabbing. But while I was jabbing for 2 rounds, my whole world was spinning. You know,
Wow.
I was on the ropes one time, and he caught me with an overhand right, and my whole body went numb. It was just like a buzzing numb. But you know, you're in such good shape that your body doesn't let you drop. You know, and I just thought, man, you better hang on, fool. Better keep fighting. You know, keep punching, and I did. You know, and I weathered the storm. You know, I just it was my day. You know. And so, you know, in saying that is just, you know, was it a tough fight? Damn right. Well, you know, what was it a fight of the year? Damn right it was, because we both went to war. You know, except that day, the victory came to me. You know, and I think that was the downfall of Lockridge, is that boxing was his life. You know, and he had a bad ending at the end, but you know, because I think boxing was his life. You know, that was everything he had. You know, mentally, I guess. You know, and for me, boxing is just a stepping stone. You know, that's just something I did in my life. Today, I'm a plumber. You know, Tony the Tiger Plumbing and Evans Plumbing, we're out doing that. We're clearing drains. You know, we're changing pipe. You know, we're doing all that. You know, but that's just and again, for right now in my life, that's what I'm doing. I like it. It's fun. I mean, new people, talk to different people every day. You know, you're talking 3 or 4 to 5 different people every single day. Nothing's ever the same, you know, and I like that. So, you know, in stating that, you know, it's just, you know, we come out there and for right now, this is what I'm doing. I'll tell you what, who knows what I'm going to be doing next week or next month? I don't know. You know, my thing changes daily, you know. I mean, I wake up, people say, what are you going to do this weekend? I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do today. I go with the win, you know, and I've always been like that. So I don't have a problem with that, you know.
You know, you're a big fan of the sport still. I was watching you, you were posting on your Instagram, your comments on Canelo and GGG this weekend. So
Yeah.
you're still a huge fan of the sport. There's also the you know, the mixed martial arts side of things too. Yeah. And the women have really come in and become spotlights in there. What do you think about how the women have really come into the fighting sports?
I think it's great. I think it's great for the sport. You know what? I'm sorry, but I think women can fight too. You know, I'm sorry, but I see just as many. I like girl fights. You know, I don't know what you call them. You know what the correct term is. And okay, I'm 59. I'm not on to this politically correct stuff. I call it as I see it. You know, if 2 girls are fighting, cool. I want to watch a good fight. You know,
and they tend to be better fights too, right? Like
I was just gonna tell you, sometimes there are a lot better fights than the guys. You know what I mean? So watch. I know a lot of guys that go when the women fight because they're a lot better than the guys. And I suppose because it's a man oriented sport. It's like watch. If I wanted to become a dancer, well, check this out. You know, a ballet dancer or something. You know what? Check this out. I better be a lot better than girls because if I'm not, ain't nobody gonna take me serious. It's a women dominated thing, right? Yeah. So now boxing is a male dominated sport. Check this out. So the women come in thinking, I better fight twice as hard as the men fight because I'm a woman. Well, if they don't think that, I'm glad they do because they fight hard and they have good fights. I'm not saying every single fight's a great fight, but 9 times out of 10 they are. You know, so I'm not mad at it. I welcome it.
I love it.
You know, I asked this of a lot of athletes, but I haven't asked in the boxing world. Do boxers or even you have superstitions before you go out and fight?
Some do, some don't. I don't.
You didn't have it? No.
Oh, for what? I am superstitious. Hey, watch. Check this out. Life is easy. Your life, his life, my life, the guy next to me's life. Everybody's life is easy. Want me to tell you why? And it gets easier because every time we're here, you know why we're here? Why know why we're talking today? Life is simple because we woke up.
Right.
You know how blessed you are? You know how many people didn't wake up today? Your blessing starts when you wake up. Now it depends on what you do with them blessings throughout the day, is what you do. You see what I'm saying? I'm just saying, you know, I'm not saying I'm an angel. I'm not saying I'm an angel today, but I don't start nothing with nobody. I don't bother people, but don't bother me, and don't start with me, because I will not walk away. You know, but that's just me. You know, I don't bother nobody, but you know, I ain't taking it either. You know, so so everybody wakes up the same way. You're blessed when you wake up. Take those blessings and count them. You know, do something with it. You've been blessed. Sure. Make something happen for you today. Makes, you know, I read these things on Facebook sometimes where it says, you know, go by and say hi to somebody today. You want to tell you what's funny? Sometimes I do. You know, I just go, hey, how's it? They look at you like, you're crazy. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, kind of am. You know, a little bit, yes. You know, but it's fun, man. You know, you never know. There's times you strike up conversations. I walk into people's house. A lot of times they recognize you. Sometimes they don't. And you know, sometimes you walk into grumpy old men's houses, and then they're just going to be grumpy no matter what. And I don't really like grumpy people. So I know, huh? I thought that too. But like, you know, how to break that ice? I go, you from Sacramento? Are you into boxing at all? They say yes or no. I go, you ever heard of Tony Tiger Lopez? If they say no, I don't say it. You ever heard of Tony Tiger Lopez? Oh yeah, I heard something. Well, that's me. This is what I'm doing now. Oh, really? And then it changes the whole mood of everything. You know, and it's a good conversation. You know, they talk to you while you're working. It mellows things out. You know, and some people, a lot of people just go, hey, call Tony the Tiger, and they have like the little greeting parties sometimes, or you know, they talk to you a lot. I like that. I don't mind that. You know, shit. If they're happy for it, so am I. Shit. Why should I be mad? You know.
Are you doing any training for some of these young athletes coming up now?
Uh, that's gonna open a whole bag of worms.
Uh-oh. Should we just say,
Okay.
let's
No,
put
no,
that
no,
on
no,
pause?
no. Watch this. I helped. He was a family member, and I helped him out with his celebrity boxing stuff. He went out the first time, got knocked out, and then he needed some help, so he called me and said, I told him, hey man, not really. I don't really want to be. I kind of said, you know, everybody said, yeah, you got to kind of do it. Okay, I'll do it. So I did it. Went out to Florida, and he won. He won his fight. Knocked the dude out in the second round. And then he went from -10 anything boxing, less than amateur boxing, to maybe a +4 good amateur. And this is within 2 months, because the kid actually went home and did what he was supposed to do. You know, he actually did it.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know, right?
Time out. He listened
Yeah,
and
right?
applied.
Yes.
Mind blowing.
And so, and then, you know, they make money, man. They make good money. So he cut me a little check, you know. I told him, man, he goes, well, how much, man? Cut me a small check, dude. He cut me a small check. It was fun. He went down to Florida, got to drive around in Lamborghinis and stuff. It was fun. It was cool. And then came back. He won, came back, and you know, it was just too much time. You know what? Because I actually like plumbing. I actually like it. So, you know, I'd rather do plumbing. So, you know, so I told him I couldn't do it no more, because it was just too much of my time. I was over there for a week, every night for 2 months. I'm training this kid, and, you know, I'm missing things out with my friends, with my family, just missing stuff out every night. You know, it ain't worth it to me. Not for the little money that I got. You know what I mean? So now if I have a fighter that's serious, and he wants to train hard, and he wants to fight hard, and he wants to win, I'm down. You know, because there's what do you call it? Rainbow at the end of the street. You know what I mean? But
Mhm.
when it's like that, so he went and got another trainer, and more power to him. Go ahead, handle your business. But not with me. You know. But and now I'm training two guys. Because of that, everybody thinks I'm training fighters, which I'm really not. But I got two guys that I got to train Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
So we just had Tony the Tiger Lopez on. His phone cut out a couple of times, but just a great opportunity to interview such an amazing a man. I mean, because
Oh my God,
we didn't get into boxing as much as we were talking about life. And so if you learned a lot from just learning from Tony and his life and his outlook, one of my favorite things is it's just sometimes you just got to go say hi to somebody, and that could be the world to somebody that you don't even know.
Yeah.
So
And not only that, hey, athletics, sports, it's just a stepping stone, which I thought was pretty cool to convey that message out to folks, letting them know, oh, he's back. All right, let's go.
Better than
You know what? I wanted to summarize just because we only have so much time and we respect your time at the same time. I just want to summarize a little bit about what we just talked about. And we were kind of doing that when you had fallen off, but the most important thing I want to talk about is that you were a boxer. You were, you dealt with the things that you dealt with on the street. You liked to fight. You just didn't back down to anything. But what you also said, which was probably my favorite part of this whole interview, was you go say hi to somebody. Like take care of people, be good to people. And that's what I really wanted to say thank you for, because we didn't talk a lot about your boxing career. We actually talked about life, and I just thank you for that. We really appreciate it.
Welcome, man. I appreciate you expressing it, man. For real. That's cool. You know what, man? Because life is easy. People make it hard.
Yeah. True. We
Yeah,
really got
that's
to know Tony Lopez today.
Yeah, we got to
The
know
Tiger,
him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Tony,
right.
I'll see you around. I'll probably see you out on the golf course next year again. And
Hey, yeah.
hopefully you're good.
And you know what? You guys ever hear about the fights in Sacramento?
No.
Nasser Navarone, well, he's done for the year, but he also puts fights on at the hotel down by across the street from Arden Fair Mall. He does them all the time, and they're packed. I'll tell you what. The only reason why I'm bringing this up because the last time I've had lost hope for all fighters because you have right-handers moving right, you have left-handers moving left, and no one really knows what they're doing anymore. The game is disappearing because everybody thinks they're a trainer and no one knows what they're doing. And now there's people out there winning fights like that. It's ridiculous. But this last time, they had fights out there, and every single fight was good. Every single fight had action. Every single fight. They could have used a little bit more defense. I'm just saying. Other than that, dude, it was on and cracking. So if you ever hear about them fights at the Doubletree, at the Doubletree Hotel in Arden Way, man, you better go.
All right. We'll see you out there. Right?
Yep.
All right, my friend. Hey, what up? Appreciate it.
Oh, yeah. From Rob and I and Tony, you guys have a great day and a better tomorrow. What up, Sports Nation?
Peace.
Thanks, Tony.
All right, brother.